All right, hello everyone. Here we are, hole number 5. We're setting up for here. So a couple things I'm thinking about. I mentioned this in my last video. A power 4 ball could be good, but if you have that Epoch 7 or 6 or 5, those are the ones where you probably can still get away with a Kingmaker ball. Another thing you can do is if you want a little bit more wind resistance, what is season 2, I believe, whichever one's like a mummy and a bunny ball, you can use one of those for just a little bit more wind reduction, and you won't need much side spin on this hole. So what I'm going to do, and you'll see that these longer drivers, they have the range to get up where you want, right up in this open fairway area. It's going to reduce the amount of chance that you're going to mess the tee shot up. And what I'll try to do is pretty much just top spin straight ahead and just use all my side curl that I can put on it. So what that'll do is it'll really give kind of a the maximum top spin that I can get, plus make it bend very strong so it actually ends up usually farther down. So I'll show you what I have in mind. I'm going to do it with a Kingmaker just for the second shot more so than anything. So pretty much just top spin here, and we're going to go full. We're going to land relatively close to here. I'm going to play this very close to maybe like a 20% overplay, so I'm kind of looking out at 7 rings down as kind of my intended target land zone. So you can see with what I'm doing with my curl, I'm just using everything that I can. And here you can see that it just hits that very hard and rolls down here very, very far. Hopefully get it up here to a nice little, hornet or thorn, whichever you're carrying. The Hornet's going to be a little bit better. I hope I put that on. I think I've been playing with it, and I did not double check. I forgot to double check. So that's something that you'll want to make sure that you're doing, is probably using that, because the extra top spin that it has can come into play. It doesn't always, but it can come into play. And since it can, you might want to just make sure that you always have enough top spin to get there. Thorn, for instance, you're going to kind of need to top it out a little bit more. So let's take a look here. I did get this well down here, so I should be, you can see there's min club. This actually makes it a lot easier. So setting up, I can set up very close to kind of 2 per ring as opposed to 1 per ring. It actually makes the adjustment easier. So you'll see I only need to go, right as I was mentioning, right around 2 per ring. About half as much of the adjustment makes it a little bit easier. And you can see with what I'm doing with how I'm kind of keeping it through the hole right at about 4 bars of top spin. Seems to be pretty good. You can see I have good ball guide as well. And I'm just going to kind of put it right about here. Right towards that min number. It is a little bit uphill, but I'm also a little bit past mid club. And it looks like I just came up short. I mentioned this in my guide. You could see at the very end I tried to just tip it up just a little bit. I did try to just tip my ball positioning after I made that adjustment slightly up. You can see that the ball lands shorter. When you move down to a lower target like that, the ball tends to not carry as far. So you got to be a little bit cautious with that. And I was trying to correct for it. It looks like I didn't quite correct enough. So you could see that it landed much lower on the hill, probably about a yard lower on the hill. And you could see the consequence, it rolled off the green. Now, you can see what my opponent's doing here. It actually makes it a little bit more challenging to hole. It might require perfect ball. I'm going to show you kind of an I'm going to show you kind of a better way to go about doing this, especially if you have on very accurate clubs. You're actually close enough that you should be able to dunk this. You can see that the center of the bullseye fits in the cup, and usually when it does, that means you don't have to play the wind because it's up this hill, and I can great ball it right or left, and this should just catch the edge either way. So it kind of gives you 3 chances to make. Here you can see a great ball, and it still catches the edge of the cup. So it's much safer for whatever reason. If you try to play it short and it lands sideways like that, it might deflect outside the cup too much. So something you want to be very, very cautious of. But I did want to show you that, guys. Hopefully it helps you. Good luck with that hole, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.